Action. Oh shit. Why did I hold that mirror before? Alright, Miss Girl, I'm back, you back, we back. Just like a smile hole, you already know it's me, your girl P, your favorite bitch, and your favorite witch. And welcome back to this week's episode of Postscript, also known as PS The Talk Show. We're gonna make this one quick, fast, and hurry. We're gonna make this one fast, quick, and hurry because I place to me and people to see, Miss Girl. Alright, so for our first segment today, as always, it's gonna be P's favorite pieces. Let's really get into this little lip stain situation. I found 2 of them. Y'all know I love a good Dollar Tree find, good Dollar Tree haul. These lip stains, I tested them on my hand, and I think it was this one. Oh my God, it lasted forever. I was washing my hands, and it was still on there. I cannot wait to wear these. If you are near a local Dollar Tree, this is what the box looks like, and it's a little lip stain. It's caramel apple and candy apple. Those are the 2 scents that I have. Candy apple is the lighter shade, caramel is the darker shade. I also found these little cute little lip pencils at the Dollar Tree by LA Colors. I got 4 of them. I don't know if I can hold it up, but let's see. I don't know. Nope, probably not. Bow. I like that it has like a liner on one side that's a darker color, then like a lip pencil on the other side that's a lighter color, so you can get like a cute little ombre. See what that's giving. I'm also obsessed with the fact that these have the giant pencil sharpeners on top, because I love these giant pencil sharpeners, because I really like these NYX jumbo eye pencils, and it'd be so hard to find a pencil sharpener that's big enough to fit this in there to sharpen it. That's why I've been digging into this with a brush. I digress. Also did finally find the deodorant spray, the native dupe at Dollar Tree. It's $3, and the native spray is like $14.99. They have the shea butter coconut whatever it is scent, and then they have the cucumber and mint scent. And if you know me personally, you know I love anything cucumber and mint, so I definitely racked up on those. I will show y'all those, but they inside of this desk that I be recording it, and I don't feel like lifting it up to get them out right now, so we'll get back there. Also, Dollar Tree got some little Ordinary dupes. Like, if you're familiar with Ordinary, the skin brand, they have like a hyaluronic acid one, a peptide one, the vitamin C one, a rose one, fermented rice one, and you know I done racked up, and did, and do, and will, yeah. Questions that need answers. How are you feeling? Because, Miss Girl, it's 2025. We halfway through a decade. You don't feel that little shift on the way? You don't feel that push forward to your new self, to your new destiny, to your new timeline? How you feeling? We also are more than halfway through the year. We are about to approach Q4. So just start to prepare, because I told y'all we're in that prep phase right now. It ain't got real too serious yet until them eclipses come. So just make sure you're doing everything you need to do to be in flow and not in fluster, right? For our next segment of what pissed me off today, we are really gonna have to wake up the fact that I have recently come to terms with the fact that I may be only attracted to cishet men in theory, but not actually in practice. I don't know, girl. We're gonna have to unpack that a little bit later. I'm getting y'all too much into my business right now, but we'll get back to that later. For this week's Conscious Cunt, just ties into, you know, my little announcement earlier of we're halfway through the decade, more than halfway through the year, approaching Q4. So for this week's Conscious Cunt, I just want to ask you, I just want to say, stop wasting daylight. Stop wasting daylight, because that daylight saving gonna come in and it's gonna yoke you the fuck up. You ain't gonna know what's happening. You gonna be like, what's happening? Why I feel so sad? Why I'm so down? Why I just want to lay in the bed? Why I'm so tired all the time? Why, like, get it together now, because I'm telling you, I be ready to myself when that daylight savings hits. Stop wasting daylight. That's all I gotta say this week for Conscious Cunt. I lied. That's not all I gotta say this week for Conscious Cunt. I also want to mention for Conscious Cunt this week in the year of 1963. Yeah, it was 1963. Martin Luther King gave his famous I Have a Dream speech. But I don't even know if y'all really know the tea, because y'all know I be knowing the lore about everything. So I took a speech class when I was in high school. Shout out to my girl, Miss Bro. If you know Miss Bro, you know that Miss Bro was a clown, dog. I love Miss Bro. But I remember when we was doing speeches, we had to do like a speech. I had the Gettysburg Address. But anyhow, we was like learning about speeches. She was giving us the tea on speeches, on like famous speeches and stuff like that. So she started talking about the I Have a Dream speech. And so basically what she was saying was that, girl, Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't even supposed to say that day. Wasn't even supposed to do that day. And so that's why you gotta have an open heart and be open to change at all times, because you never know when you're going to have to pivot or you're going to have to shift. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But girl, Dr. Martin Luther King was not even supposed to get that speech that day, because he got to think, got the rapping, got to see what he was saying. Girl, my girl Mahalia Jackson, and a lot of y'all grandmothers is 52 in the shows because you don't even know who Mahalia Jackson is. But Mahalia Jackson was a gospel singer from back in the day. If you ever seen Imitation of Life, she's the lady that's singing while Sir ass is running down the street behind that casket for her mother. But anyhow, Mahalia Jackson is in the background sitting down, and she's telling Martin, tell him about the dream. Tell him about the dream. Like, come on. Like, forget what you're talking about. Tell him about the dream, Martin. So then he just got the going off, pontificating, and getting in his bag, and was just giving it off the top of the dome. Like, so you never really know when you are saying something that need to be said, and when you are speaking words that people need to hear, and when you are making moves that need to be made. You never know, because you can have a plan, have it together, have it set in stone, and then when it comes time for it, it might gotta be something else. So sometimes be open and be available to hear that little voice, to hear your Mahalia Jackson telling you, tell him about the dream, say the dream, tell him about the dream. Because when he told him about the dream, baby, that's all she wrote. That's his most famous work ever. And just imagine if he wouldn't have got up there and told him about the dream like my girl Mahalia had said. So you just never know. That's all I really wanted to talk about. This week's bar for bar, I have so many honorable mentions, but I want to say Doja fans, so we're back, baby. We're back! She's so back. Girl, that Jealous type is a bop. The looks give, they serve. It's so 80s coded. It's like, I love her. I love that lady because she is so talented, so multi-generational, so multicultural, so many different sounds, so many different vibes. I love Doja Cat, and we are officially in a new era. I think the new album is called V or something like that, or V on Rose, or maybe I'm making that up because the name of a Lady Gaga song. But anyhow, Doja fans, we are so back. Stream Jealous type. Honorable mentions for this week's bar for bar. In Your Skin, Teyana Taylor. Girl. The whole album is crazy. It's amazing. She really got out there and got to pop her shit. Through other people, through these powerful women, through these powerful voices that we are so familiar. Go watch the films, listen to go do everything. Shout out to my girl Teyana Taylor. Next honorable mention. Satellites 2 from Luca Brasi 4 by Mr. Kevin Marcellus Gates. So I've said this before, and I also almost am sure I was talking about another Kevin Gates song when I was telling y'all he just be posting little videos of him with unreleased music playing in the background, and I always be like, damn, he need to drop that, damn, he need to drop that, damn, he need to drop that. I think I talked about this with a Jacquees song too when he put it on his album, and I finally was like, oh, this is the little snippet of the clip I've been hearing. But girl, Gates finally released Satellites 2. I've been listening to that unreleased version on YouTube for forever. When that song came on, it's like you have a hair song you ain't heard in a long time, and you can't believe you remember all the words. That's kind of how it feels when you hear a song that you know is not a release song, but then an artist puts it on their new project, and when you hear it, the words just come back to you. The song immediately starts playing, and I'm like, because it's like a little intro, and I'm like listening and stuff. Then the song start, and the words start, and the words, I'm just saying them. They just come to me. Pack touch, thank God it landed. P.S. they automatic. I was like, oh my God, he finally released the song. I'm so happy for that song, but that's my honorable mention. That's this week's bar for bar. And last topic of the day, as always, is going to be hashtag I cannot make this shit up. All right, we already said this, but happy Virgo season to all the Virgos out there. The sun is officially in Virgo. The moon is officially in Virgo. Sun and moon have now changed into new astrological signs, which is Virgo, right? So when I was talking about the Martin Luther King speech, when I was saying, be open to those small little kinks, those small pivots, those small tweaks, those small changes, because those are the things that can have lasting forever impact. If my girl Mahalia wasn't back there telling Martin about the dream, who would have known what he would have got up there and said? And who would have known if that speech would have been, as reverent and as infamous and famous as the I Have a Dream speech? Who knows? I don't know. That's what Virgo season is telling you. Make those small kinks, small tweaks, small changes that have the big, long-term lasting effect. Progress is not equal to productivity. Those two things do not correlate. Just be aware of that. When last week I was telling you about, be mindful of the negative self-talk and just being real all or nothing kind of vibe, right? If I don't do everything, I ain't do nothing. I ain't shit. That kind of mindset. No, you're making progress. And that's what matters. Because also, process is greater than perfection. Because if you have a good process, as long as you're committing to the process, we're talking about those system updates, system tweaks, system changes, Virgo energy, then you can have progression if you have a good process. Your process does not mean that everything is going to be perfect, all or nothing, right? Right. And process and systems and journeys of upgrading isn't something that's linear. It's like a graph. It's ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys, right? So don't try to be that all or nothing. Oh, I didn't do everything on my list, or I didn't do all the things I was supposed to do. So the things I did don't mean nothing, right? No, that's not what we subscribe to. And then get out of that, oh, tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. I told y'all that, bitch, tomorrow was never gonna come if you keep saying tomorrow the next day. Like, girl, what? There's no such thing as like, oh, this is the perfect time. Y'all, I'm about to do, like, this is going to be so right. This is the right time. Time is fake. Don't nobody have time. And I don't like when people are like, oh, I ain't have time to do that. I ain't have enough time. It wasn't enough time. Because that wasn't your priority. Don't nobody have time. We don't, it's not something we have tangibly. But you prioritize, and everybody know you got 24 hours in a day. And bitch, you can't do something in all the 24. You got to sleep. You got to go to work. Figure it out. It ain't no such thing as a perfect time. Get your system together so that then you can make process and progress. And when I think of things like that, it just reminds me of like my attraction to ATR. If you aren't familiar with ATR, that's African Traditional Religion, Ritual, whatever you want to call it. I'm very attracted to ATR because of things like system, order, hierarchy, and process. This is just how it goes. It filters. Like, I like things like that. Because when you have order and you have hierarchy, you have clarity. And when you have clarity, you feel safe. And when you feel safe, you can be successful. And you can be soft. Right? Because everything is sacred. So with updating your process, take time to grieve those habits that you're going to have to let die. Take time to grieve those activities or things that you are no longer going to subscribe to or be able to do because you're making time for something else. You're using that time and dedicating that time for something that's a little bit more aligned with who you want to be and who you see yourself being. So it's okay. You can feel bad and feel like, oh, I'm missing out, or this is that, and oh, I wish I could have did this. That's normal. Take time for that to grieve and process. Because like I said, it isn't linear. So 1 week you might feel like, yes, I feel so good, I'm not doing this. Like, for example, if you're a person that like, oh, I want to stop smoking. 1 week you could be like, yes, I did so good this week. I ain't even smoked all week. But then some days you might just be like, bitch, I'm on 10 and I need to smoke something to keep me from smoking one of y'all. That's okay. Like, but it's just like, you have to be okay with where you are in your practice. And that's so real. So many people are not okay with where they are in their practice. And if you're not okay with where you are in your practice, you ain't never gonna get nowhere else. Because why would you ever get something different and new if you can't appreciate what you have? I was reading something, I don't remember what it was, but it was basically saying, like, you know, when humans have to sacrifice something or lose something, they appreciate the other side a lot more. That's just something that how we are with people. Like, it's just how we learn lessons, I guess. So feel the feels and allow yourself to grieve the things that you're leaving behind so that you can have a updated experience with your systems. So remember last week we were talking about that storm ready kit. We're going to use the eclipses as our storm. Right now we're in the storm ready kit era. We're not quite to the eclipses yet, but it's time for you to start making sure that that kit is packed and all the way together, because when the eclipses come, baby, it's going to be the Wild Wild West. So for your storm ready kit for the eclipses, I want you to think about your bonds with people. I want you to think about your bonds with habits, your bonds with places, the bonds that are in your life, the ships that are in your life. I want you to think about the bonds, and I also want you to think about the boundaries. Because when you have better boundaries, you can have better bonds. If you haven't picked up on this in any of these a million episodes that I've dropped, bitch, I love alliteration down. Okay? Love it. That was one of the first things in language arts. I was like, girl, what? What's happening with that? I like that. Turn that up. More of that. When you have better boundaries, you have better bonds. And when you have better bonds, you have better practices and you have better priorities. You see how I did that? I be doing that, motherfucker. You can't tell me that I don't. So be prepared for the unexpected. Be prepared for that Mahalia Jackson to be coming and saying something to you, and for her to be saying, tell them about the dream. Because that storm is coming, baby. Them eclipses, you can't stop it, okay? Spend this weekend, it's a holiday weekend, ground. Go touch grass. Go be in a body of water. Go relax. Go Be outside, be active, be with the people who value those bonds that y'all share. Go have some good time with your friends. But also, do something that allows you to witness and feel pleasure, and something that makes you feel good. Because when you are allowed to witness and experience pleasure, you're able to relinquish the things that don't bring you that a lot easier. And when you're able to relinquish those things that don't bring you pleasure easier, you then can reap all the benefits of what it feels like to have pleasurable things surrounding you. So right now, the systems that I want you to think about is your sleep schedule. Get your sleep pattern together. Get your sleep, what people be saying on the internet, sleep hygiene. Get that together. Get it together. Get the phone out the bed. Cut the TV off. Stop doom scrolling. All of that. Get your shadow work together. Figure out what's that negative little self-talk, that nitpicky stuff with them little voices. What's the bad stuff that your self is trying to tell you about? Tighten up on it so your system can be ordered, so you can't get hacked, right? If you got a good firewall, you can't get breached. Build up your firewall. We're not really like doing a lot of manifesting and all that stuff right now because we are in the eclipse portal. But start to journal and script when we're talking about those shadow things, those little flashes or thoughts or downloads or whatever they are. Ponder on them. Write them down. Do a free write. See what comes out. Just make sure you putting that pen to that pad, them thumbs to that keyboard, whatever how you do your your journaling. Just be aware of that shadowy stuff coming up and out, and witness it, so that when you witness it, you can relinquish it, and then you can reap the benefits of your new self. We are going to have the first full mini eclipse in Pisces on September the 7th, but we'll talk about that more when we get to that episode next week. But Pisces is the underworld, the unseen, the unknown, the dormant, the underground, the darkness, the shadow. So something wild might happen. Be aware, be open, be prepared that you might have the list and everything together, and you might not even get to do none of that. It might give you gotta do something completely else, and you done prepared this whole little list and got your checkboard together, got your clipboard together, got your bag packed, you ready. It might give you got something else to do, but it's okay because things are happening for you, not to you. Also on August 25th, the astrological sign of Leo did move into the planet Venus. So Leo and Venus is giving, like I told you, shine bright, shine far, don't be shy, be a star. Those pleasurable things. Get into those Venus things. So like I said, this weekend when it's a good time to go out and touch grass and experience pleasure, those are those Venus things. Things that make you feel good. Things that make you feel valued. Things that are nice. So I like to call those hashtag small joys. Find the small joys this weekend. And when I say small joys, I'm thinking of things like adornment, like jewelry. Get your hair done, paint your toes, get your nails done. Go out, get something good to eat. Have a nice little cocktail. This is one of my favorite things to do. I like to dress up real cute, and then like go run to the store real quick, and then like just run and get me a little drink at a bar by myself. Just everybody tell me, hey, look, who is she? Where's she about to? I just like to do that, just but I'm not afraid to be witnessed, and some of y'all are. So when I think of like the Venus things, and I'm talking about the pleasure and all that, something about that, I just keep hearing, you light my soul on fire. If you know me personally, you know that I love Tom and Jerry. Like, I've seen every Tom and Jerry cartoon. I'm not talking about that new animated shit. I'm talking about original Metro Goldwyn, old school Tom and Jerry cartoons. Like, the niggas don't talk. Old school throwback Tom and Jerry cartoons. Playing big band, jazz, old school classical music Tom and Jerry cartoons. I love Tom and Jerry. It's this one episode, and I know if you have seen the clip on Twitter, you probably are familiar with it, when he's saying, is you is or is you ain't my baby. Tom is singing that. And that's one of my like favorite jazz songs, and that's when I knew as a kid, like I was like, oh, something about this music is it, but I can't really describe what it is. But there's a part in that little cartoon where he is talking. There are some episodes where Tom and Jerry talk. But he is talking in this specific episode. And he's like flirting with this little cat. He's singing to her over the balcony and shit. And for me, that just gives Venus and Leo. Because Tom is trying to be witnessed. He's trying to get that leg. Yeah. So, anyhow, he's singing to the girl or whatever. And then it's a part where he like dip her off the balcony. And he like kissing all over. And he goes, you light my soul on fire. Do the things that light your soul on fire this weekend. What make you feel good? What make you feel seen? What make you feel witnessed? What make you feel adorned? What make you feel worshipped? That's what I got for the Venus and Leo rundown. So to me, like when I think of that, I just think of like Venus as the conjurer going to seek the opportunity, going out to fulfill the duty. And then Leo being the main character energy. Leo being Alexa, play Cover Girl by RuPaul. Cover Girl, put the bass in your walk. Head to toe, let your whole body talk. Cover Girl, put the bass in your walk. I'm not a man, so it's hard. I can't do the voice drop because RuPaul does it in like his girly voice, and then the second part he does it in his like man voice, and it's so fucking cut. I love that song. But that's the two things that I'm feeling right now. Like Venus is like, yes, girl, put the outfit on. Yes, the earrings with the shoes, with the bag. Yes, with that hair clip, with the purse, with the yes, okay. And then Leo was like, yes, bitch, do it. Right? We all got that one hype man friend. That's what I'm feeling like. Leo is the hype man friend. For that one friend who be trying to like be like all cute and to the side. Nah, Leo was like, do that because you're doing it. So find what matters at the root and at the base and at the foundation. Because when the base and the root and the foundation is structured and secure, the rest of the house can relax and know that it's sitting on a good foundation. Look at your life like that. All right, that's all I got. Like I said, Pisces full moon eclipse is on the way, so something wild might be in the cards. You don't know. I don't know. We don't know. That's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for coming. Please come back, leave a comment, turn on the bell, share, subscribe. I don't know. Everything. Yeah. You know how we end the episode? Bitches be mad because they be hating, and bitches be hating because they be mad. Bye, y'all.